What's going on, y'all? Happy Friday. It's Friday, July the 10th already. In the midst of hotter than July, baby. If you know, you know. Welcome to Troy Rawlings Live Morning Edition. This is Troy Rawlings. Got my coffee, Carpe MFDM, Carpe MFDM, Carpe MFDM. Y'all gonna be seeing it a lot this year. I'm fully releasing the brand. Y'all saw me talking about it. You hear me go, seize the most fabulous, more fantastic, monumentally fantabulous, or MF and day. Seize the day. Carpe MFDM. It's my brand. It's my motto. Happy Friday, y'all. Troy Rawlings Morning Edition live. Let me put down here. How's everybody doing? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Come on in, share this with your folks. If you're catching this on the replay, welcome. Welcome LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, wherever you're getting the replay. And make sure you share it. We have well over 20 hours talking about love, y'all. Love, love. Today, we're talking about how to not dishonor others in love. We're talking about the attributes of love in the month of July. I'm gonna try to wrap this up in less than an hour so I can get started here at the office, started some work. Had to make it the morning edition, whatever time I come on, and commit to at least doing 5 days a week. The time may fluctuate because of meetings and up and down and resting because late nights, but I'm gonna get this done. This is for me first. I told y'all, this is for me first. This is how I talk to myself. This is how I love on me. So I want y'all to experience it too. Got some shout outs, got a lot of shout outs. July is hot. It's a lot of stuff popping off in July, y'all. So I'm glad y'all could be on board. How's everybody? Coast to coast. Hey, in Paris. Hey, in South Africa, Amsterdam. I see y'all tuning in. At Australia. The Netherlands, New Zealand. That's crazy. We say it so nonchalant, like it's no big thing. It is a big thing. Thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all didn't have to tune in, especially y'all that are 9 hours ahead. Even though y'all just in the midst of your day, because 8, so it's like 5:20. It's 8:20 here in Los Angeles. 11:20 a.m. on the East Coast. 5:20 p.m. if you're 9 hours ahead. Amsterdam, certain parts of Africa. Paris. So thank y'all. Tune in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm just sharing it with some folks. That's all. All right, let me rock on. I'm getting a late start, but it's a busy week, the weekend, so. All right, let's know. Welcome. Troy, why are you doing this joint? I'm not going to go into such a deep dive because if you've been rocking with me over the past month, or even if you haven't, or even if you know a little bit about me, why I'm a journalist, I'm an author, comedian, host, I'm a media professional. But in everything I do, one of my main missions in life is to help men and women communicate better in love. So it's part of what we do here. Hold on one second. So welcome everybody. Thank you for popping in, tuning in. If I can't see your comments, you can comment after in the replay, and we can keep the conversation going. But like I said, in all I do, part of my mission in life is to help men and women communicate better in love. I feel like we tend to talk to people how we talk to ourselves. That's why the whole month of June, I was teaching on self-love. Troy, are you a therapist? Are you a psychologist? Are you no, not yet. I don't have my psychology degree yet. Hey friends, what is that? I don't have my psych degree yet, all that blah, blah, blah. But for the past 22 years, I've been teaching on sex, love, relationships, comedy shows on it. I write books on it. I'm a journalist. Shout out to my media partners, Sheen Magazine, as well as Reach LA Angels. I have a weekly blog. Well, it was weekly. I think we'll be coming back in August, but we do have one that just dropped. So I'll send that to you on my timeline later. A lot of shout outs, a lot of things going on this weekend. Wine Over L.A. I'm going to say happy birthday, but I want to talk about Wine Over L.A. Let me make a note of that so I make sure that if you're in town, y'all always ask me what's popping. My girl 20 Price is back in town, and it's her birthday today. Her and her twin. I think she a twin or a triplet. I think the Price girls are triplets. I know the twins, 20 and Tamisha. Happy birthday, twins. Okay. You calm down. You hear the Zen music, it means we got to breathe before I get started. But today we are going to talk about how not to dishonor in love. How not to dishonor in love. How to be loving without dishonoring your loved ones. All right, let's get this underway. Let's get some breathing going. It's not really early in the morning here. Hawaii, it's 5:24 in Hawaii, right? Hope you guys can hear me. Can you hear me? Because when a call comes in, sometimes I gotta send it in the let me know. Make sure you can hear me. All right. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Holla if you hear me. All right. We're gonna breathe. Relax your shoulders. If you're driving or if you're walking, don't close your eyes. Relax your shoulders. We're gonna inhale through the mouth, not just fill our chest, not just fill our, but we're gonna fill our diaphragm, like stomach, like you taking a deep breath to go underwater, or you're singing, or you're speaking, and you gotta pull all that air up from your diaphragm. You know what I'm talking about, singers, y'all know. Let me make sure I'm good. Did you look in the mirror today and tell yourself, oh wait, I don't need this one, I have a little. Yeah. Did you look in your mirror and tell yourself you good? Troy Rawlings, you're wonderful, you're amazing, you look wonderful. You look great too. Your teeth, these are all your teeth, boy. These are your teeth. Matters. You're doing great. I love you. Look in the mirror, make sure you talk to yourself. Even if you're doing great, I love you. Have an awesome day. Great things are gonna happen to you today. God's gonna blow your mind. Okay. Talk in the mirror. How we talk to ourselves is how we talk to others. I am convinced. If you meet somebody that's really bitter, mean acting, how we talk to ourselves is how we talk to others. The voice in our head comes out towards others. If you meet somebody who's like, man, they a-hole, they are an asshole. They might be that way to themselves. All right. Inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. Inhale. Love, peace, joy. Exhale. Feel fear, doubt, anger, hate, meanness, assholeism. Inhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. Almost past that. No. It's funny. The golf simulator is on the other side, as I'm about to open the office soon, and fully open office. And what's so funny is that when you turn the volume up, they have like birds tweeting and stuff like that. So it makes a wonderful atmosphere. Got the Zen music and the waterfalls and the birds tweeting. All right, quick prayer. Father, thank you for this awesome day. Blow our minds, let us have an awesome day. Bless everybody that's tuned in, that they get something out of this and share this with others, and share around the world and spread love and all that wonderful stuff. Let's have an awesome day. In your precious name we pray. In Jesus' name, amen. All right. Birthdays. Let's knock these out. I'm going to my Facebook friends. I was doing celebrity birthdays when we first started this. So when you go back and watch, if you go back and watch, you see that we were talking about celebrity birthdays initially. Cup man, what's going on? We were talking about celebrity birthdays initially. Then I realized, I was like, I don't know any of these people. I know a handful of celebrities, but in Facebook every day, I got a bunch of Facebook friends who have birthdays and they show them to me. So I'm gonna start doing the Facebook friends who are friends on other social media as well. So today's birthdays, like I said, I gotta give love to the Price girls, Tamisha and Twani Price. They're twins. I think for some reason, Twani told me they were triplets. I'm not sure. But happy birthday, Twani Price. Wine Over L.A. If you're in Los Angeles looking for something awesome this weekend, I'm sure you can still get passes to at least some of the events. I don't know if they're all sold out, but Twani is coming back. Twani is from LA, but she has been living abroad in South Africa. When I first saw it, I was like, Twani, what's going on? You sick or something? In life, it's a bucket list? She was like, no, my kids are grown and I always knew I wanted to live abroad. And you know, I'm into wine in South Africa. Lubricate the chassis because I'm doing a lot of talking. If y'all ask why I drink so much water during the show, and also why my lips are looking all lubricated, when you're talking for 45 minutes to an hour, you get chapped. So all those who have chapped lips, and you keep some chapstick. I need to get a sponsorship with chapstick. I'm gonna work on it. Y'all think I'm joking? Me and chapstick been rolling for a long. Watch me get a sponsorship. Let me write that down. Chapstick is going to be one of my sponsors. They're going to give me a lifetime supply and a contract for some loot. I love chapstick. Not love, like this love. Okay. All right. And love to the small businesses and companies, the shea butter companies, stuff like that. I love shea butter. I do shea butter too, but chapstick for my lips, boy. Chapstick for my lips. It's like Regina King when she did the Vaseline commercial. Anyway, Twani Price moved abroad to South Africa. She was like, Troy, South Africa has some of the best vineyards and wine in the world. And Cape Town is a beautiful place. So she lives in Cape Town, but she's the LA girl and she's in town. Wine Over LA. Celebration of her birthday, which is today, starts today. Hey, my mom's white. Starts today. So if you're in Los Angeles, if you go to ZuriWine.com, ZuriWine, Z-U-R-I, it's either ZuriWine or ZuriWineTasting.com. Make sure I have the right website for you guys. Because I know y'all always say, Troy, what's going on this weekend? I'm in town. What you got going on? And I always forget. I usually working. ZuriWine.com. Z-U-R-I. I'll just put it here so it's understood. Follow ZuriWine.com. I'm gonna try to roll through this in the next half an hour. You know, I get long-winded and I'll start talking to y'all and we be going to other places and it's usually an hour, so I'm gonna try to knock it out pretty quickly today because I gotta get on. I got some stuff to do. Okay. So Twani and Tamisha Price, happy birthday, twins, triplets. I gotta find out. Christine Twyman, happy birthday. Mia Bruma, happy birthday. Jason Stribbings, happy birthday. Nicola Bailey, happy birthday. Troy Folks, a man from Be More. Troy Folks used to be one of the We were playing basketball back in the day. Troy Folks was a legend. He might not even know this. Troy was a legend. This boy had stupid hops. He played basketball, stupid. He was like, just throw the ball up. And you coming down with Troy, it's like, throw the ball up. Crazy. Troy Folks, happy birthday, namesake, happy birthday, fan. Enoch Garcia, happy birthday, comedy brother. Veranda Wicks, happy birthday, V. Happy birthday, Rhonda. Shirley Walker, happy birthday. Doesn't make much sense. There'll be a logins. Okay. Anyone to take offense? I need this water. Here's my other. I didn't set everything up the way I usually do. And I don't want to. This is another thing that happens as you get older. I'm 51 now. So I know ahead of time, your mind does something. You've spilled and made enough accidents to know, okay, if you keep this over here, you might knock it down. So put it somewhere where you got to effortlessly reach for it because it's oh, shoot. I'm like, oh, shit. You're like, what's wrong with Troy? Never mind. Let's keep on going. Keep rolling. All right. Today, y'all, the month of July. All right, let me get some music that's not so zen now because we're done with the zen moment. We got that together. I need some up-tempo to get us rolling this morning. How y'all feel? What city you represent? Let me know while you're on live. And like I say, share this. If you're catching this in the replay, thank you for replaying. Make sure you share it to your folks. Everyone needs love. We need to learn how to love better and love more. And this is for me. I learned so much. I'm literally opening up my deep dives that I do while I'm writing articles, if I'm studying, if somebody's hitting me up and they bring up a topic, if they put me on a panel talking about sex, love, and relationships. I'm a single guy and I haven't been married. Why are you talking about love? You know what? It became a mission for me years ago. I'm a hip hop head. I love hip hop. But I also realized African American folks, black folks, Native American folks, however you want to describe us. You just call black people Native American? Do your study. Do your study. However you want to describe whatever. I started looking and listening, and I've always loved hip hop. I was born in 75. I'm a hip hop brat. Came up in the 80s and 90s in Baltimore on the East Coast. And I can't really trace any other music genres or folks that have desensitized how we talk about men and women. So much so that it becomes a part of our culture. And I'm talking to us, black African American folks. We tend to, not all of us, of course, but it's a very pervasive thing. And because hip hop culture is the culture of the world now, like youth and young adults all over the world are influenced by hip hop. R&B is influenced by, everything is influenced by hip hop, a culture that was made from the streets, but also evolved into, I can just call this woman a B and call this guy this YN, these YNs out here. And we try to do certain things to make it sound nice, but we're not being loving. And if you're not talking, once again, we tend to talk to others like we talk to ourselves. And the whole month of June, I just wanted to deal with self-love. So you can go back, because a lot of us don't really know what it is to love ourselves. We don't have a good working definition for love in general. So as we talk about that, let me give you some working definitions of love. And it all kind of stems, what up, Dave? It all kind of stems from one, and this is not a quote unquote religious broadcast, but the best definition I've ever seen or heard for love was by the Apostle Paul. Lived years ago, real person, history books. Apostle Paul wrote most of the New Testament, even before translation and all this other stuff, and people have it. But this definition of love was powerful. Another reason it's so powerful, because Paul was kind of like the Hitler of his time. Paul was persecuting and killing people that followed the way, or the way that Jesus Christ was going, or that followed this guy, the quote unquote Messiah. He was killing folks, having them killed, persecuting them. And he was a top ranking Sadducee or whatever, one of the Pharisees at the time. Not fair. You know, he was a top guy. And he was on his way to this place called Damascus. And Jesus rode up on him. Jesus already died and he appeared to him, knocked him off his horse. Paul went blind, changed his life. Then this guy that's killing people starts talking about love. Now, mind you, the people you worked for hated him. The people who you were killing definitely hated him. And he's going around talking about love to people, and they know his background. Any of this sound familiar? Like anybody been through something like this? You have a change of heart in life. You change certain things in your life, yet people still know the old you, and you trying to live a new life. Paul, and this guy who had this crazy conversion. In 1 Corinthians 13, in one of his letters, start talking about love. And he's in 1 Corinthians 13, 4-8. This is a kind of like an English amplified version, but it's love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. It does not dishonor others. And that's where we're going to be today, because yesterday we talked about love without, not yesterday, the other day we talked about love without the negative pridefulness. Negative pridefulness. We're not talking about self-pride. You feel good about yourself. It's not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs, not holding on to wrongdoings. Whew. And I'll tell you in a second. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices in the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Love never fails. So a lot of people quote different things, write about different things, stuff like that. You've heard these sayings before. You may not have known where it originated. This is where it originated in this day and time. Now, I'm not going back thousands of years and talking about Ming Dynasty or China or even, just far back into African history on people who may have written other things about love. But this one is the most. But also, Ruby Dee, actress, activist, was married to Ossie Davis. They had a book called, I think it's called 50. Talking about 50 of their years together when they were still alive. Both of them have gone on to glory. But Ruby Dee gives a definition of love that I love. She said, when you want and pray for someone to be all God created them to be, despite any personal sacrifice it might entail, that is love. Love is overcoming. Love is passion clothed in infinite patience. What up? Hey, Echo. Okay. Sorry, I know it was corny, but hey, Echo. My definition, one of my working definitions for love is caring for someone's heart, mind, body, and soul unconditionally with your thoughts, words, and actions solely for that person's well-being, greater good, and total benefit. That's outward love. And any of these definitions you can put yourself in. Talk about self-love. But today, hey, Kasha Brown in the building. We talking about love again. Rawlings live edition, Rawlings live morning edition is all about love. So today we're breaking down, in the month of July, we're breaking down some of the attributes of love. Today we're talking about how not to dishonor others in love. I told y'all, I'm just letting y'all in on the deep dives I do for me. This really for me. This actually, hold water. Carpe MFDM. And you can follow Carpe MFDM brand too. But all right. So today, what up? Today, and I know it's a delay, but y'all can rep y'all name. Put y'all if y'all have an IG handle that doesn't say your name, you can put your first name and what city you're in, and I'll give you a shout out as we go along. And we be talking. That's why it goes an hour sometimes too, because we be going back and forth. But we try to wrap this one up pretty soon. All right. Not dishonoring others in love means avoiding dismissive, demeaning, or socially shaming behavior. Instead of treating relationships like a competition, where you boost your own standing but putting others down, true love requires active respect, courtesy, and protecting the dignity of your partner or loved ones. That's from Woodland Hills Church. Okay. Not dishonoring others in love means avoiding dismissive, demeaning, or socially shaming behavior. Instead of treating relationships like a competition where you boost your own standing by putting others down. True love requires active respect, courtesy, and protecting the dignity of your partner. That's why I don't do the Battle of the Sexes BS. One of my books is going to be called The Battle of the Sexes BS, which stands for Battle of the Sexes. Not just bullshit. It is bullshit, but I know some people love it. It's the energy that people try to do. No offense to the pop the balloon people, but or any of the things that promote Battle of the Sexes, reality shows, any of that. I don't do it because it doesn't help our culture as a people trying to move forward in love and proper love. And what are we teaching the younger generation? No matter how young, I think I tried to look. I was out the other day, my man Lance, shout out to Lance Fortis and Evan Delicia, owners of Tasty W's Catering here in Los Angeles. We're out and we're at a R&B kind of brunch. Well, it wasn't even really a lot of food, so it was an R&B day party in Long Beach. We jammed everybody. We got the table. We I guess they did pop bottles that I do, but this is just grown. And this guy comes over with the dreads. Now, I couldn't tell how well. I could tell he was a little younger, maybe in his 20s or 30s, but he leaned over and said, "Hey, man, I just wanted to come over here, man, and give y'all some love, man. I know a lot of people don't be giving the OGs love." The music's loud, so he's yelling in our ears, like close. "I know a lot of people don't give the OGs love, old heads love, y'all older cats love, right? But I see y'all doing it, and I appreciate y'all, man. I really appreciate y'all." And Lance has on like a New York cap and his polo shirt. I got a polo on, some jeans. I'm like, maybe it's this, maybe it's the salt and pepper and the mustache. I might have shaved that day, I don't know. Bald head. We was chilling. He's like, "Yeah, man, thanks so much. What's your name, man?" And I was like, "How old are you, brother?" I think he said, I don't know if he said he was 29 or like 32. It's like, all right. It's like, yeah, he left. If his kids listening, forgive me. Because I try to keep this clean so that anybody can watch and share it. Man, Lance looked at me and was like, fuck him, man. That day, I realized it before. I always joke about being older. But the fact that this guy could look at us and say, "Old heads," and walk over to us and start giving us flowers, it was a blessing. It was cool, but it also woke us up and like. So with that, I said, okay, anything that I said, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, this is the time. That's why a lot of stuff you see me doing now is so like, "Sure, you do this, you did it. I didn't know you was a barber." I bought my first pair of hair clippers 40 years ago when I was 11. Let alone being a master barber, owning a shop, blah, blah, blah. I know you're doing so much. You got this in it. Yes, I'm going to do everything I know to do now. Not that I plan on leaving here anytime soon, but I'm 51. With that said, get on it. Let's get busy living or get busy dying. This young man said, "Hey, OGs, I see y'all over here and stuff. I don't know if y'all can hear me, so I'm going to be as close as possible, man, if you don't back off." But he was trying to honor us without dishonoring. So this is deep. Avoiding dismissive, demeaning, or socially shaming behavior. And seemingly, if you're in love, you wouldn't do that, right? I see a lot of men and women who are couples doing that. Being dismissive. "Oh, here she go. Oh, he always trying to be, babe, sit down." Sometimes it's fun loving. Sometimes people being serious. You ever see a couple or you ever feel like your partner was doing too much and you said it out loud in public? Or the people who have disagreements and arguments in public? That's one thing I can say. I've never had, and probably because I'm not even attracted to that kind of energy, but even with people who we may have not seen things eye to eye, which is most people, everybody's different, I never had the public display of that. Instead of treating relationships like a competition where you boost your own standing by putting others down. That's any relationship. But especially now we're talking about love relationships. To practice this daily and elevate our connections, focus on these core actions. Here goes some action steps. What's up, Phil Mac? Eliminate subtle disrespect. Now, we're talking about loving without dishonoring. And some of this stuff is so normal for us to do. You know, eliminate subtle disrespect. Avoid eye rolling, heavy sighs, and dismissive body language during disagreements. What up, Tia J? What's up, baby? We're talking about how to not dishonor others in love. Now, just like I say, how you talk to yourself is how you're going to talk to others. What you do in private sometimes will roll out. If you're disrespectful to your mate, or you're disrespectful to your parents or your child or something in private, and something pops off in public, sometimes you don't have enough time to stop the response. I've seen so many men and women in public. Here she go. She always, man. Now, so some people, that's no big deal. I'm a single guy. I'm not married. I've never been married. And I have a bunch of, I keep married folks around me. And I will be one day. But I'm also mindful just in relationships, even when I've been dating. If you're with somebody and you want the PDA should be positive, y'all. Some people, they love arguing because they like makeup sex. I don't get it. I don't get it. The fight, the makeup sex is off the hook, though. Y'all fought from the car, the restaurant. Y'all made everybody else's night miserable. We don't want to hang around y'all no more. But y'all went home and went hard like rabbits. I don't get it. Eliminate subtle disrespect, eye rolling, heavy sighs, and dismissive body language during disagreements. Got to adjust it. But I've seen people out, you be getting well, babe, just come on, just. Anybody? Anyone? You know, some of y'all do it to waiters and waitresses. Y'all can't help it. Y'all just rude. You're just rude. Excuse me. Yeah. I asked for this, that, and other. What's taking so long? I don't know. Yeah, because I remember going out with a sister to a breakfast. We was having a breakfast meeting. It was a beautiful day. There's another coming. And they didn't. I was running late. And I called and let them know. 15 minutes. And I know it's not good for those that are always sticklers on time. But the issue at hand was they wouldn't sit her until I got there. Busy restaurant, stuff like that. So I came in there and they was like, oh, can you sit me now? Hey, Gina, can you sit me now? He's here. Can you sit me now? I think this might have been our first time. I don't know if it's our first time going out. But it's the morning. And she's loud. And this is a restaurant I've never been to. And I'm a foodie. And I'm not a celebrity. But some people know me. But that's not my energy. Especially if... And my mentality is, I came up working in restaurants. You don't want to come into a restaurant and give the people about to serve your food an attitude. PSA. You don't want to go into a restaurant and give the people who are serving or cooking your food an attitude at all. I don't like having to send anything back. And if it's really not right, I'm a dang near cry with the waitress so she feels, I'm sorry. It's just not what I thought. I even have the arms of an angel playing in the back. In the arms. It's just not what I thought. I'm sorry, the food is just, I don't want to cause it. Maybe I shouldn't send it back. And the waitress said, no, please, let me take it. Eliminate the subtle disrespect. And if you do it in the household, you're probably going to take it outside the household. Prioritize them publicly. Oh, and that was from Fargo Hope. Thank you so much, guys. Prioritize them publicly, your partner, your loved ones. Never mock your partner in front of friends, complain about them on social media, or use their vulnerabilities as a punchline to a joke. Good God. Hey, Gina, love. How are you, baby? I love what you're doing, Gina. I see you. I see you. And you're looking good doing it. You always look good, but you're doing great, girl. Keep doing what you're doing. That was just a sidebar. See? Simple. Some of y'all don't even do that in public with your mate. Now, some people, I gotta give y'all props. Some of y'all go hard in the paint for your mate. Hard. You be giving them props online to the next level. Some of y'all are damn near pornographic on social media about your mate. I pray y'all don't have any issues, because they some of y'all go hard. All right, some stuff it's a morning edition, so I'll keep it. I can try to keep this G and PG. It's the morning edition. But yes, prioritize them publicly. Never mock your partner in front of friends, complain about them on social media, or use their vulnerabilities as a punchline to a joke. Have you done it? Also, not even the air of, I'm a comedian. Some people have come to my show on stage, and I try not to talk about things that are too personal or talk about people. If you're in the crowd and I'm doing crowd work, or we're doing a thing and I'm hosting, and fun is fun. But I never intentionally try to hurt anybody, especially when you have a microphone, especially when you have a platform. Same thing with some of you and your mate. Lady, the woman that's higher up professionally than her man, or the man is higher up professionally than their woman. The mate out of the two, because times have changed a lot. There's women that hold down pretty much the whole household because of how much money they make. The guy's doing what he does, or vice versa. Have you ever gotten into an argument, gotten to a certain level, and said something like, well, I'm doing everything around here. The least you could do is ... Those are things that make a huge difference. Those are things that matter. Sorry about that. The great thing about doing this live, I had to make sure the office was open. But great thing about doing this live is that when you go back and watch the replay, y'all won't know that there was a break. Okay. Where was it? All right. If you're just tuning in, we're talking about how not to dishonor in love. All right. We said prioritize your mate publicly. Try not to disrespect your mate, your loved one. And love in general. You can be your children, be your parents. I've seen people who are taking care of their parents at an older age, and seen this for years. Caregiving, you're getting frustrated. And this person that raised you. Now, sometimes the person that raised you was mean to you. And you're just being reciprocal of, remember when you was messing with me as a child? Come on. And the person is being very negative towards them. Or you see someone, what they call it, elder abuse, but just verbally abusive to their parents. And I'm talking about 50, 60-year-olds, and the person's older. Any of those things of dishonoring someone, especially in front of people, that usually comes from a core of how we talk to ourselves. That's why self-love is so important. But prioritize them publicly. Never mock your partner in front of friends, complain about them on social media, or use their vulnerabilities as a punchline to a joke. And that's from Fargo Hope. Thank you, Dell. I see. Refuse to keep score. True love keeps no record of wrongs. Let go of past arguments rather than weaponizing them in future fights. Woo! When I tell you this is one of and that's from Bayside Community, is that Bayside Community Church? Bayside Community Fellowship? Bayside Community Church. That was a quote from one of the things that we're breaking down. And we're going to talk about keeps no record of wrongs, or not holding on to wrongdoings. We're going to talk about that part of love too. We're just talking about the attributes of love. If you're just tuning in, we're the Troy Rawlings Live Morning Edition is all about love. For the next, well, we're well into a month in, so it's less than 52 weeks, but we're going to be talking about love. And some of it may seem redundant, but at the end of it all, I promise you, if you go through these, you can't help but it does something to your conscience of how you flow and treat others and things like that. And it's good to do a refresher, because I need it all the time. I fumble just like anybody else in all relationships. But when my conscience is such, because when you talk to yourself, when you look in that mirror every day and say, I love you, you're doing great, you can't talk to yourself positively with love and love on yourself and not feel like it's something that you need to do on a regular basis. And not to do it for other people. You can't do it. It's impossible. So with that, forgive me if you hear it, because we're open now. So now I'm trying to fly through it. But yeah, refuse to keep score. True love keeps no record of wrongs. Let's go of past arguments rather than weaponizing them in the future. This is a big one, and it may be a big one for women too, but I'm coming from a guy's perspective. This is a big one for guys. If we feel like if we tell you something, or we give you something, or we're vulnerable towards you, that it can be used against us. Guys are very fight or flight. I'm generalizing, but most guys are very fight or flight. So especially for the ones that don't like to argue, if you got a guy that goes toe to toe, ladies, if you got a guy that goes toe to toe with you in an argument and tit for tat, that's usually not a guy trait. We can't keep up with y'all linguistically. It's impossible. It is impossible. I don't even know why the guys try. But if a guy can go tit for tat and go, woo, that's some stuff. But for the guys that get quiet, and especially if it's a good man, and you guys, whatever you judge a good man as, if he's a person that will get quiet, think about what's what, take it all in. He's not big on arguing. He tries to calm it down. That means he's got to process stuff. That man opening up to you his vulnerabilities, if it's thrown back in his face later, you never have to worry about him opening up again. It's just the nature of it. It's just the nature of it. And vice versa. You have a lot of women out here that are doing so much for the household, and they don't feel appreciated. Also, we're not even going to get into it right now. We'll get into it later in the weeks to come, but how not appreciating your mate opens up all kinds of folks and fellows, YNs and YBs, and why do we use those terms? All right. So, replacing the weaponizing talk with positive talk, that would be one of the best things ever. Hope y'all getting something out of this. Go back, you can replay it. All right, last but not least, communicate with gentleness. Even when pointing out something negative, do so with gentleness and respect. Speak to edify rather than tear down. That's gotquestions.org. Communicate with gentleness. Even when pointing out something negative, do so with gentleness and respect. Speak to edify rather than tear down. Some of us are golden at, hey, I'm just being real. Hey, I'm just being honest. Hey, I'm just being blunt. Can I be blunt? It's like, oh. When we say things, I like the guy, I forgot the brother's name. I think I'm 6'7" is his thing on Instagram. But he said, but he'll say something and he in his deep voice and respectfully, of course. And he laughed. But when somebody leads off with not to be offensive, with all due respect, usually what they say after is going to be disrespectful. But, being mindful of how you communicate with others, it's just the core of it, y'all. I believe we communicate with others. We talk about others. We deal with others. How the voice in our head deals with ourselves. So if we learn to be more compassionate to ourselves, loving to ourselves, and not in the way of, and it may start like this, not in the way of, you know what, they messed up because they lost me. They ain't gonna find another me. I'm doing good no matter what. I'm doing good. Period. Hard stop. I feel good about me. Period. Hard stop. I love me. Not I love me if nobody else. See what's happening? That demeaning thing, or some people say, well, I use the hate as motivation. No. Because if hate is your motivation, hate will fuel your engine. If anger or proving something to someone else is your motivation, it's going to fuel your engine. When your engine gets low, it's going to be hard to take love and kindness and joy to fill your engine up, when what started the engine was hate. Not saying that certain things don't propel you to do so. I talk about sometimes how my parents left me at 14, but by 24 we had a great relationship. Even though they were both separated, they had their own issues, they had their own lives. And I'm so glad that, just for me, my experience was different. Coming to Christ at night, rededicating my life at 19, really getting involved with the church, I surrounded myself with so much positive stuff. And it wasn't purposely, because I was heading to New York at 19 to do my own thing, choreography and do whatever. But God was like, why don't you go get your mother who's dying from drug addiction? My mother, that's not the woman that raised me. Something about going outside of yourself to do something for somebody else that shifts something in your life. My daughter's 14. I'm going through the thing of the teenage 14. It's a crazy time. The people close to me already know what I'm saying. But that's Zoe Troy Rawlings. That's my daughter. From until I die or till she's not on this planet anymore, that's my daughter forever. Always gonna love her. That's the biggest thing in my life. So it behooves me to make sure that I'm learning how to love my child through her stages in life. Because one day, tables could turn. I'm the older, I could be 80, 90, whatever. And my daughter's help and love towards me keeps me going. This life is long and beautiful. A lot of people say, it's short, it's fast, it's long and beautiful. Sometimes it can go fast, but sometimes go through some hard times. Life is so fast. Life is fast sometimes, but go through some hard stuff. One bad week, you be like, I think everything's going to be over. So communicating to yourself with gentleness will help you communicate to others in gentleness. Even when pointing out something negative about others or yourself, do so with gentleness and respect. Speak to edify rather than tear down. And some of us do it sarcastically. We put it under the guise of sarcasm. I was just joking. I was just playing with you, shorty. Sticks and stones may break our bones, but words will never hurt me. That was the biggest lie. The biggest lie. You can't take back words. You can't take back words. You can heal easier from a broken arm, a busted jaw, busted lip. Man or woman, if you're getting that in your relationship, you need to get out that relationship. I'm not endorsing that. Don't stick around. I knew it would heal. That's why I stuck around, because, my lip will heal. Leave, guys. Especially guys. And I've known several guys that have been in abusive relationships where the little one was whipping their tail. And the guy's trying to be like, I don't hit women. You're bleeding. Either you leave or defend yourself. Sorry. Just being real. All right, y'all. That's it for today. Hope this helps somebody. I will be back tomorrow morning because, actually maybe tomorrow and Sunday, because I didn't do 5 days this week. I did an interview earlier this week. Go check out the interview I did with Ramaya Trask, the web guy doing 100 websites in 100 days. We had a ball talking. Check out Reach LA Angels. My latest blog is on there. I'll make sure it'll be on the timeline. Big shout out to Hope Flood. Comics Rock Convention coming up the 19th through the 23rd. I'll be teaching crowd work and hosting there. I usually teach my radio and podcast etiquette 101. if anybody needs consulting on this thing, how to do a live on a regular basis, how to do your content, podcasting, anything, we'll be doing some tutorials soon coming up here at NBA Empire on doing eBays and TikToks too. The owner here has done a phenomenal job sales on TikTok, so we're going to be letting you guys in on some of the secrets and some of the techniques and things you can do to build that as well. Big shout out to my girl Super Scent, Wazam Super, owner of Crayon Case, and gave me some tips on something that I had I hadn't even thought about Snapchat for some of the things that's going on, and I need to look into that more. And so appreciate you, and thank you all. DM me if you haven't gotten a copy of the ebook yet. But Naked Honest Conversational Foreplay for Dating, which is for the man if you single, dating, been married for years. It's something in there for everybody. And some of these techniques I'm talking about that will be in a couple upcoming books and things like that. That's another reason why I'm doing this, because we got some books coming up. And but thank y'all for all you're doing. Love y'all. Talk to y'all soon. Peace. God bless. One love.